What's going on, everybody, man? You know who jogging back again. And so I'm doing something different today. Usually I work on Saturdays, so today, you know, I did take off. I'm gonna go to this nice little black event at the racetrack out here in Arcadia, California, which is right outside of LA. So shout out real quick to my guy for Horror Vision who laced me down with this hat. I know I'm not matching at all. I know I ain't matching, but let's get it, man. I want to talk about the NBA, the situations, the storylines, and my guy, the Pope, is going to join me at some point when he jumps on the stream. But again, I want to do something different, man. So salute to everybody in the chat. And let me know if it's too much background. I know I live right by the freeway out here in Monrovia. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Show you what I'm looking at. Y'all see the highway right there? Yeah, it's a it's a little bit going on. But anyway, again, I know I'm breaking protocol. This is not what I normally do. But I'm repping the Lakers. It's hard being a Lakers fan right now. It is. It just is. It's hard being a Lakers fan, man. But I'm still holding firm. I can't wait till we get rid of AD and LeBron. But we'll get there when we get there. But first on the docket, let's do it. Ja Morant. What the hell is Ja Morant up to, man? So allegedly, let's go through the story properly. Ja Morant had a situation, this altercation, as it were, and he ran down on this cat, and his entourage pulled a gun on the kid. And y'all correct me in the chat if I'm misplacing anything. And my whole thing is like, dude, I mean, people kind of pull receipts on Ja Morant already. Like, dude, you're not a gangster, man. Like, but I understand in our culture, and you live in Memphis, so I'm sure a lot of hood dudes run up on you, from an adulation standpoint. Like, meaning a lot of dudes come to you, like, because you're putting on for the city. Because we all know the Memphis Grizzlies ain't shit as an accomplishment standpoint. But you are the progenitor of a new era that is very, very much palatable to young black youth, because you got the dreads, man. You dunk on cats. The team is winning for the most part. So I'm sure you walk up and down, and your experience in Memphis is, you get a lot of clout. You get a lot of pats on the back. And in the midst of that, it seems like you may have got a little, your britches got too big for yourself, thinking that you're a tough guy. Now, we all know his father, T. Morant, seems to be some people say overzealous. I think he's a good guy. Like, I don't mind men, or black men for that matter, who have confidence, and you exude confidence. I got no problem with that. It seems the media doesn't quite like those kind of guys, like LeVar Ball, like Richard Williams. See, me personally, that's cool. Go do you. As long as you're not doing wrong by your boys, or you just doing things that are immoral, bro, go do you. Go be flashy. Who is anybody to tell you not to be great? So obviously, again, you have father influence, but he's if your boy who gonna keep it trill with you, he's exhibiting some single mother tendencies. Because again, allegedly, it was a 17-year-old that they pull a gun on or whatever for whatever reason, and you just can't do shit like that, man. Or if you're gonna do it, be 2 steps away. Be 2 steps away. And shout out to everybody coming in. I appreciate y'all. Imo says, "What up, HJ? Love the photo edit. All the Lakers and Clipper squad. Also, Morant needs to wake up before it's too late." Yeah, I mean, listen. Ja Morant's a young guy, and I know how it is to be a young guy and you play basketball. And a lot of people are gassing you up. A lot of people tell you how great you are, and it's very hard to kind of get a anchor to reality. And I think that Ja needs to stop, because I mean, again, he lives in Memphis. He plays for the Grizzlies. That Memphis culture ain't the best culture. if we're just keeping it all the way true, especially for a young black male. It's just almost like you gotta start feeling yourself a little bit and tether yourself to reality. So if Ja can do that, then I'm looking forward to him improving and just putting that stuff behind him. Because I mean, if anything, we definitely see that with history, people forget, people move on. So I don't think this is gonna be debilitating where like this is gonna mess his reputation up forever. I just think give it time. Give it time. Contemporary domain says the best part of listening to guys trying to defend Ja talking about the media trying to hey, that's a great comment. Well, yeah, so generally speaking, when people don't like critique, they use this like it's a big kibosh on you, like it's just a hit piece on you. When reality is, that's what accountability looks like. No, it's like, no, it's just calling out some effortry. It's not none of the other stuff you're talking about. It's just effortry. That's it. And some people need to understand that some people gonna hold you accountable for your actions. And I know it doesn't feel good, but it's not hate. It's not a narrative being spun. It's not a hit piece. It's just somebody just calling you to the table. And what Ja's got going, people calling you to the table, homie. So y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get some more bodies in here. Again, I know I don't ever go live on Saturdays, but I'm gonna. I decided, to switch it up on y'all. So I hope y'all appreciate that. All right. So next in the mailbag, we got. You know what? I'm a. Let's go and do it. Your boy Russell Westbrook. Your boy Russell Westbrook, man. Yo, I hate being right about this dude. I really do. Clippers are currently 0-5 right now and not looking to improve that anytime soon. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that they can't win a game to improve 0-5. Russell Westbrook had statistically a good game last night. He had a good game. I think he had like 27 and 11. But what I'm going to always preach on this channel, all money ain't good money. Meaning this, just because you got some good stats does not mean you played a good basketball game. Does it mean you have a lot of ability? And shout out to Chuck, man. Good to see you, Chuck. You know what? I'm gonna open this panel up early. So if you guys want to hop on, I'm gonna allow you to do something. I'm gonna get to do these talking points. But listen, man. Russell Westbrook just has this aura about himself. And it's either very positive or very negative. And as we see right now, doggone it, very negative. This dude just has. Paul George said he wants a. What did he say? What's the word he used? Floor general. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, when have you ever seen Paul George? I'm sorry, you ever seen Russell Westbrook be a floor general? He's a lot of things, but a floor general definitely ain't one of them, right? So it's just funny, man. It's funny how with Russell Westbrook, how people handle him with kid gloves. Because at the end of the day, whether y'all like it or not, he's a low IQ basketball player. He's high energy. And he's a guy that's going to get you beat. If you want to play championship level basketball, he's going to get you beat. We've only seen he's been on 5 teams in 5 years. Imagine a former MVP that's had the the displeasure of being on 5 teams in 5 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. 6 if you want to include Utah. Obviously, he didn't suit up. But I mean, if you want to get technical, the boy been passed around like a 304 on Figueroa. Shout out to my LA residents. Chuck says, like in my dominoes, all money ain't good money, man. Listen, I know it's money, but all money ain't good money. And shout out to my guy Flight, man. Good to see you, bro. Y'all sub to my guy channel. Good to see you, Flight. So if all money ain't good money, we got to start seeing patterns with Russell Westbrook. You go to the Lakers. the first thing you come out your mouth is, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to prove." Really? You were coming to like the most successful franchise in NBA history, but you ain't got nothing to prove. Right. Then you go when your first 10 games. Well, we started out 0-4 when you first came. And then your first 10 games, you had like an exorbitant amount of turnovers, and everybody just kept making excuses. Me, as a Laker fan, I'm like, nah. All right. Y'all let me know. Can you hear the sound now? Can you hear the sound now? How are we? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all let me know real quick. Are we good? Yes? No? Yes? No? All right, it's good. All right, cool. Bet. All right, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Salute, humble. Good to see you, bro. All right, so I was just talking about Westbrook. With Russell Westbrook, man, people are so disingenuous because they like him, but they're not being honest about his game. And if we're being honest about his game, there's a lot of room for improvement. But the dude's 34 years old. He's not improving anything. Russell Westbrook is gonna be who he is until he in a casket. That's just facts. The dude, we saw Draymond Green literally stand in the paint and dare him to shoot. Like that's crazy. We talking about a former MVP. Because in reality, that's something you would do to somebody like Shaq or something like who was on the perimeter. Like, yeah, go and shoot that. JaVale McGee, right? That's like big man treatment. So the fact that you're an NBA point guard, a former MVP, that Draymond Green, who's a defensive savant, let's be for real, he thought so lowly of your ability to shoot from the outside, which is true. Russell Westbrook, this is factually correct. Go look him up, the worst three-point shooter in the NBA. He is. So it's almost like Hacker Shack in reverse. It's almost like Dare Russ. I came up with that term first. So what we're seeing now is Dare Russ. So it's almost like with James Harden a few years ago. People started. I remember when Josh Hart guarded. He guarded James Harden with his hands behind his back because you remember how it was about 4 years ago. If you put hands on anybody, well, especially a jump shooter, it was easy to get a foul. So he started literally just playing defense with his hands behind his back. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get some more bodies in here. Appreciate all y'all in here. Humble says, I know the Lakers struggling, but I was told the Clippers were going to be scary. So, listen, man. I hate to dog pile on Russ, but I like being right. I like being right. Russell Westbrook, man, listen. Every team he goes to is going to be the same story over and over and over. At the end of his tenure at OKC, we start to see there's a problem. People can say, oh, for the Wizards. Oh, he played good for the Wizards. They got to the play-in, and that was it. I'm sorry, before that, he went to the Rockets. So Russ and James Harden reuniting was supposed to take the Rockets over top. We saw what it was. We saw Russ down 20, right? He down 20 talking about you can't guard me against the Lakers. That's what Russ is, man. Russ is a baller hot air, bro, with not a lot of product at this stage of his career. Now, he'll give you numbers. He'll give you numbers. But when you get actual production, I can't say. And shout out, I'm gonna bring my guy up, man. Bring my guy to Pope up here, man. Let's get some opinions, man. Here's why I rock with Pope. We had our spats about twice, but we talk shit through, and we don't agree on everything, but we come to a consensus overall. So with that being said, Pope, what's up, man?
Man, what's going on? Hoop Jargon Network. I see you be working, man. You know, we like bros. We do regular shit. You feel me? Like we gonna have our differences on certain things, but I already know Hoop. Use a thoroughbred at this. Hold on, my bad.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Damn it. All right.
Salute to TFJ, man.
What we talking about today, Hoop?
Well, right now we on Russell Westbrook, and we 9 deep. Y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get some more bodies in here. I know I don't go live on Saturdays, but I took off today. So let's get it, man. So what are your thoughts so far about Russell Westbrook being on the Clippers? They 0-5 right now. You know, you've been a Laker fan like me. What's kind of your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, it was magical that the Lakers was able to get rid of him. I thought they was stuck like Chuck with the boy. You hear what I'm saying? I thought they was gonna have to just take that. Nobody was gonna jump on it. But to get back what the Lakers got for Russell Westbrook was amazing. I don't know if they just gave that. You know what I mean? Rap guys salute. I don't know if they just gave the Lakers a hell of a squad to help LeBron out, because that would be whack for the NBA if LeBron and the Lakers don't make the playoffs 2 years in a row, which that's what it looked like we was headed to doing. But him with the Clippers, now not just 0-5, you know, as a starter, he's 0-14 this season.
15 now.
0-15, ouchie. So yeah, it's Russell Westbrook. He like I don't even agree with Skip like that. But Skip say, man, look, he's such a what do you call it? Just a distraction in the locker room. I just think just all over the place. I can't rock with Russ. I'm glad the Lakers got rid of him. Next, we need LeBron to be gone. And we on.
Man, you lock and step on that, bro. We are lock and step, man.
We on.
We like it. You know what's funny? Okay, so let's transition to the next topic. LeBron James. His ankle injury is kind of like it's kind of confirming the fact that he was overexerting himself to pass the record, which I don't blame the man. Like, listen, bro, we only got a finite time on this earth, so be great how you can be great. But at the same time, it looked like you was self-aggrandizing to do that, you know, to pass Kareem. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, that's to be the highest scorer ever. I mean, that's Teflon that nobody can take away from you. But at the same time, I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I knew what he was doing the whole time, bro. I knew he was doing the whole time, man. And it's just funny to have this, capstone, and it's like it's confirmed now. So I want to hear your thoughts about the LeBron James Laker experience.
I mean, it's been a bumpy ride. It's been exactly what I expected. And LeBron, to me, like, I was just watching some Michael Jordan, this YouTuber. I wish I knew his name, but he did a 23. The month of December, he did 23 videos in 23 days of Michael Jordan, different players that used to play against him. What they had to say was super dope, and all the players from Chris Webber to J.R. Ryder to KG to all the players, man, they got stories of when they talk shit to Mike and so on and so forth. And what I got out of that too is like Mike was so cold. It was a rule in the league, especially when you became a veteran. You knew not to talk no shit to him. Even if he talks shit to you, do not talk shit. Like real legends, Hall of Fame players was scared to talk shit to this man. I ain't never heard nobody be scared to talk shit about LeBron James or whatever, anything. You talking about, you want to say, see, this is what makes Mike the GOAT of all GOATs. Like, you got Hall of Famers who's scared to even rub this man the wrong way on the court because he can give you 30. That's what J.R. Ryder said. Look, Mike give you 30, that's cool. Mike gave you 30. But if you piss him off, he going to easily give you 50, 60.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I'm listening to all these stories from all these, not no bums. I'm talking about top dog players. And I'm like, man, if the game was how the game was today, how it was for Mike Nim, easily he had averaged 45, 50. So with LeBron James passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in points, the way the game is played today it's a good look. It's fun to watch, I guess. But it's so easy basketball. Like, it's so free flowing. It's so open. You don't have big men at the rim contesting the shots no more. You don't got all of that no more. So you don't got the zone. They can't zone you out. You don't have too many double, triple teams. They switch every pick. It's so easy to score in this league if you a gifted player like that and can score the basketball. I mean, so I don't even, the points, I got to put it in its proper perspective. LeBron played in the era to where scoring the basketball is easy peasy, man. It's just.
Yeah. And my whole thing, folks, is he don't have to play defense. Like when you watch LeBron James, man, I say this all the time. When he one pass away, dog, it's like he's on an island, dog. This dude, we always talk about, we all learn this rather, that you point your pistols, man and ball. You see man and ball, and you jump to the ball. That dude just be standing upright, just doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. And I see the same thing with James Harden. So I'm gonna guard you. I'm gonna grade you on a curve. So I'm not gonna give you all the stat adulation just because you got the stats. Oh, he averaged 30, 10, and 8.
Right.
Okay, cool. That's only one aspect of basketball. What are you doing on the opposite side of the ball? And you ain't got to be a defensive, stopper per se, but you're not even doing the basic stuff. And there's a YouTuber who made a 10-minute video of LeBron James defense for the Lakers, bro. It is putrid, bro. And this dude all the time, when he don't get a foul, he won't. He'll stop running. He'll do this shit right here that he always does, and then he'll start walking up court. I can't look past that. I'm sorry.
And
some
not
of y'all
only that,
can.
Not only that, Hoop, when like watching Mike again and all of these highlights, and like if you haven't, go and try to check out this YouTuber. Let me find him. Hold on. I gotta get his name because he dope as fuck. He got 434 subscribers. But he do Mike shit all day, every day. And he cold. It's cold. The way he break this shit down. Nick Smith. Nick Smith is the YouTuber's name, and he's showing certain highlights during the time. It's different, right? I know we didn't seen a lot of Mike stuff. We didn't seen every. We actually watched his career, right? Me and you. But it's different. When you see that shit again, you like, goodness, like this. He was unbelievable. The moves, the way he used to move in the air, homie, with the ball from right to left, twerk his body, it was totally different. The skill set of Mike's was way head and shoulders above LeBron James.
Agreed.
like not even fuck the stats. Just look at their game. His game handles everything. It was bananas. It was the fadeaway shot was so pretty. Everything, the way, the tenacity he played with, the viciousness. Quick story I just watched from Nick Smith, where a cat came down in the NBA off the bench for the Memphis Grizzlies. Not Memphis, they was Vancouver at the time. But anyway, Mike was up there playing against some European players. As we know, at the Space Jam on the set, they had built him a court, right? And so he was playing against some bums. He called Magic Johnson up like, bro, give me some UCLA play. Give me some players up here. And Mike sent him, he called Reggie Miller. He called a couple Cali cats, NBA cats. And this guard, 6'4", I forget his name because he's off the bench of the Vancouver Grizzlies. But anyway, he scored game point on Mike in the open gym. Scored game point on him and was talking shit. Telling him, you're not the real MJ. Magic Johnson, the real MJ. Whoopie wop, like talking big shit, right? Talking big. And next game, Mike went on ahead and smacked his team, got him off the court. But now, come season, they in season, the 72-10 Bulls is playing against the Vancouver Grizzlies. And Mike Nim is basically like taking the night off type shit. They're not even tripping. Mike got 12 points at the fourth quarter. And this kid come off the bench, same kid that talking shit in the Space Jam, little setting. He come in and get a nice and one, right? Mike on the bench, it's third quarter, they up 9. Mike on the bench, he get an and one on somebody. He goes straight to Mike on the bench like, yeah, I told you, woo, wah, woo, talking shit, right? I told you, went straight over, talking shit, like it's over. Yeah, what's up? He go to the line, hit his free throw. Phil look at Mike, tell him what you want to do. Mike got his shoes untied on the bench. Like, they wasn't even tripping on the game. They were okay, y'all can tie this game. We chilling. But Mike like, oh, okay. Mike tied his shoes up.
I took that personally.
Third quarter. He came in fourth quarter. My nigga, he had 12 points in the beginning of fourth quarter. Nigga dropped 20-some points, right? They won the game. And as Mike taking over the game, old boy back on the bench. He not even on the bench. He's sitting on the floor, like getting stretched out, like how Nash used to lay on the floor and get stretched out. He over there where Jello was sitting in the preseason. And Mike went all the way over there. He got an and one. And Mike went over there and put his hands on his knees and told him, yeah, shut up, little bitch. Look, straight up. Shut up, you little bitch.
That's how Mike talk to people. That's how he talk to people.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, don't you ever try that fucking shit with me again. You know what I'm saying? To me, bro, to hear them stories and to hear niggas, that's vicious.
Oh.
When you can flip the switch like, oh, really? You talking to me?
Yeah.
He told Byron Scott when he got hurt, hey, who guarded me tonight, B. Scott? You hurt. You ain't playing? Who guarded me? He told him the nigga who guarded him. He said, the rookie? Oh, 50. Oh, 50. And went out and gave him 54.
Yeah.
When it was Chris Webber and Juwan Howard on the Detroit Pistons. Or was it the Wizards? No, they was on the Wizards together.
The Wizards.
And they was going to play the Bulls for the playoffs. They say Mike in his uniform with a cigar, smoking a cigar in his uniform. As they get off the bus, they walking in. He got his feet kicked up. He say, yo, C. Webb, who guarded me tonight? See, Webb looked at Juan Howard, Juan looked at him, and they both told him, Calvin got you. Calvin's your victim tonight. Oh, man.
Calvin Watson?
Calvin, I think, no, not Watson. Fuck. I don't remember his last name. But yeah, he ended up giving him 55 in the playoff game. And it's
that's
like
crazy.
The respect people have for Mike. When KG say, I'll talk shit to him and I never would talk shit to that man no more. Like he learned. KG say, I learned my lesson. This is one of the biggest shit talkers in the game.
Absolutely.
And he said 18 years old, him and J.R. Ryder on the Timberwolves, they was giving Mike buckets. J.R. had 24 in third quarter. Mike had 18. They up 2. KG telling J.R., hey, you killing that nigga. Keep killing his ass. Woo-wah-woo. He telling J.R. pumping him up. They didn't realize Mike was standing right there listening. So J.R. even telling the story. He like, KG talking shit. He don't even see Mike right there. He say, Mike hear everything. And JR, like, I'm trying to tell him, like, all right, bro, you doing good too. Let's keep it up. And KG, he say, I see that Mike heard me, so I either gonna back down or I'm gonna double down. He like, I ain't backing down. So he like, I double down, like, yeah, that's right. Keep killing his ass. You JR, keep killing his ass. You working that nigga. Keep killing him. And Mike looked at JR, and JR said, look, Mike, it wasn't me. I didn't say that. That's him, right? Because JR got to guard him and deal with him. Yeah. JR come on and say, because they both telling the story, right? Separate occasions. But Nick Smith, he do it so cold where he got them both going back and forth telling the same story. So he like, I tell Mike, bro, that ain't me. He a young pup, Mike. He don't know no better. Bro, when I tell you, don't nobody get this type of respect. That's Thanos.
Yeah.
You got a man
who
giving you 24. He already gave you 24 third quarter. He trying to tell the young nigga, look, calm down. I'm happy. We cool with giving Mike but I know, don't get this twisted. KG don't know no better. He tell Mike, he's just a young pup, Mike. He don't know. Mike looked at both of them was like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah? And KG was like, yeah. And he said, man, they went up 25 after that in the fourth quarter. They went up 25. Mike dropped 20-something in that fourth quarter.
And Poland, let me add this. What you don't want to do to a good basketball player is piss them off. And before I get into my personal story, let me get these super chats real quick. Shout out to Chuck Morris say, I tune in a hoop. He speaks like a hooper because I am a hooper. Well, I don't hoop no more, but I was a hooper. So I appreciate that, my boy. I appreciate that. Shout out to my guy, Kristen G. Says the game is not past LBJ. Father Time is going to win. I don't care how much money he spends on his body per year. You can't beat Father Time. Shout out to who? Straight up. Bro, I'm 39 years old, so I know, bro. I know. It's you ain't what you was, dog. You ain't what you was in many facets of life, right? So yeah, man. Like, so all this stuff they say about LeBron, I'm like, nope. You consider that bullshit somebody else. But so here's the thing about pissing somebody off who's a hooper. I remember playing like I'm from Houston, so we played like in city leagues or whatever, and like the best hoopers from all the high schools used to play this midnight league. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called midnight league. And me, I'm a nonchalant guy by nature. Like, I mean, I get turned up quick if you turn me up, but I usually reflect what you give me. So if the mood is turned down, I'm gonna be turned down. But if you turn up, I'm gonna reflect back the energy, generally speaking. And I just remember, bro, I wasn't a big scorer like that, but I was, a big man. I'm a rebounder. I'm gonna pass the ball right. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna dunk on somebody. And I just remember that was my game. It's just like more or less like Hakeem Warwick with a jumper. That was me.
Okay.
But I just was chill though. Like I was good with just, man, everybody do their thing and we, get this dub and we go on to the next thing we doing. I just remember playing one time and this dude was talking Cash Money, Sugar Honey Iced Tea to your boy. And I was like to his team, I was like, tell him to shut up. He just kept going, man, you trash, bro. You big for nothing. And I ain't no scorer. Gave that boy 30 and 10. Dunked on him twice. Because he pissed me off. It's like, bro, like I ain't even, it's a midnight league, bro. I played Division I basketball. Like, I'm not even on that. But you made me be on that because you talking shit improperly. And with dudes like Jordan, that's all you got to do is give them something. Give them something to like turn that switch on in their mind, and they going to come and dog you out. So, yeah, you're right. So people was like, stop talking to him because you going to give him his fuel that he needs. He going to give him his fuel he need, bro. Because some dudes, man, Shaq used to say he used to make up things in his mind so he could be mad about playing against. Because it's called moxie, bro. It's called you playing with adrenaline. And sometimes you can't just make adrenaline. Adrenaline comes to you in fight or flight mode, right?
Right.
So when you give them that, it's like, what are you doing? This is a world-class athlete. This is the best at what he does. Like, shut up. Shut up, bro.
This Mike.
Come on, bro.
It's not even just the word. This Mike, you know what I mean? I only know two. I've only heard of two people in the league that you don't want to piss off. That's Kobe and Mike. Mike and Kobe. I haven't heard nobody tell no stories like, oh, yeah, woo, no. Mike and Kobe. Maybe Bird. It is new out to youth, you know, but the way to me, LeBron James, man, he a great player for sure. He just never been Thanos. Mike was Thanos. Kobe was Thanos at a point in time in his NBA career too. So,
absolutely,
absolutely. Him passing stats, Kareem, that's big. That's huge. That's beautiful. But I do put shit in this proper perspective, like when you got the defense and the rules, how it was lined up when Mike was playing and how it is now, and the style of play. That's easy for a person to say, okay, you give Mike that, you give him these rules, this style of play, no big men at the rim, y'all switching.
Yeah, real talk.
No double, triple teams. Like he used to face triple, quadruple teams. It would still fade away and maneuver all through the hole. So it's like, come on, man, that's easy to assess. Mike would have destroyed this league.
Absolutely. And he's just so smart, bro. Like, listen, bro, I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan, but I see the delineation from Mike and Kobe. Kobe had the better shooting ability. Mike had the self-awareness that was just so much better, man. And I'm not a Michael Jordan fan. I'm really not. I'm a Kobe guy. Like, Kobe is the apex to me, right? When Kobe died, man, I cried, man. My screensaver is the same. Man, real talk. My screensaver is the same it's been for 3 years. I've never changed it since Kobe passed.
I'm surprised my shit ain't up here right now. I don't know why. Yeah, when I do that, I usually got my Kobe. I ain't changed.
Yeah, you ain't got your avatar. But, like, bro, like, when Kobe died, man, I went down to by Staples. I signed my name on the wall. Bro, all the whole nine, right? But Mike was just different. Mike was just, he was intentionally a bully. He was intentionally efficient because he learned how to shoot. Y'all remember Mike couldn't shoot his way out of paper bag when he first got in from three. He learned all those things, dog. He damn near was a perfect basketball player.
He was.
And that's just what it is. And so when I watch LeBron, I'm just like, I don't see a perfect basketball player. I see a 3-level player who can score, assist, and rebound. But how does it translate to you playing against your competition? I don't see dominance. I see numbers. I don't see dominance. So I can't go for that. It is what it is.
See numbers. I like that how you put that. I don't see dominance. I see numbers. You know what I mean?
Just like Westbrook. People always, oh, he have a good game. He had 27, 11, and 8. Did you watch him play?
Right.
He also had 10 turnovers. and the turnovers were bad and untimely. It's like, what are you looking at?
You kill your team.
Come on, fam. Like, so I don't go off numbers, bro. I go off the totality of what you bring to the team dynamic and your proficiency. That's all I care about. So somebody asked me, I think I was on FYF channel, and everybody was getting on me talking about Larry Bird wouldn't do nothing in the league. I'm like, you out your goddamn mind. Larry Bird was a hooper. Larry Bird,
super duper hooper.
Super duper. He understood angles. He understood pace. And Larry Bird was the same kind of guy as Jordan. He's like, oh, you talking shit today? Okay. That dude went for 42 playing only left-handed one game just to show he could.
Right. And said, I'm saving my right for the Lakers.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. People don't put enough respect on Larry's name. I think he right there. He beat Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy, bro. He had, Kevin McHale and nigga, they not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And
absolutely not. Robert Parrish is not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, absolutely not.
The Lakers had the better roster, period. To me, they had the better roster than the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics had a good, but Bird was just so vicious. He feared nothing. He felt like we the best. We don't give a fuck that you got Kareem, the greatest on your team, the leading scorer of the NBA. We don't care if you got 6'9", Magic Johnson, who out here dishing Terry. We don't care about y'all running gun, new style. I'm finna to hit you with this. When you can go in the Lakers bench and tell the nigga, I don't know why y'all game planning all of this. I'm gonna do this, do that, and take this shot in the corner, and then go and do it. That's the thing, bro. Like, ain't no. Come on, man. These players today, they not cut like that. That's different. Like that. So it's like Larry was scary. Like you said, he had handles, jumper,
to rebound. He was tough. He was tough. Everybody want to give Russ, I'm not trying to dump on Russell Westbrook, but everybody say how he a dog. That's like the only thing you can say to override all the effery you see with him, right? Bird was all that, and he was a dog, and he was white, and he had a limited, athleticism skill set, right? He still was out there giving you buckets. And that's why I say, in my opinion, LeBron just passed Larry Bird, because Larry Bird did basically his career in half the time. I
can't say he passed Larry, though.
Well, it's a hard argue, but I mean, I'm with
stats, you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard argue.
Skill-wise.
Oh, well, skill-wise, no. That's
scary. No. Like, who's the better basketball player? This it's like this. Who would you rather have? I'm taking Larry, bro.
I'm taking Larry Bird over LeBron James.
That nigga Dimes? What? Larry Bird Dimes was second to Magic Johnson. That was it. He used to throw the behind the backs and the no-lookers. That nigga throw it between the legs. He threw pinpoint passes. I don't know if a lot of people, they might have forgot about that about his game. But it's a video on YouTube that just show all his assists. Like a gang of just dimes from Larry. And that shit is crazy. You go look at this nigga's passes. I was amazed. Like, wow. People really forget how cold these dudes was until you really go peep it out again. And you're like, shit. Like, they was doing some, like, you talking about niggas throwing dimes today. They not even throwing dimes like how he was throwing them dimes, man. It's just ESPN and all of the media, how it is today, wasn't popping back then. So
yeah, absolutely.
But you go watch them stuff. You go watch them joints. He was a better passer than LeBron James was. They could ever even dream of it. And LeBron is a cold passer.
He is.
Yeah, he cold when he be having some pinpoint whoop. He got dimes. But Larry is the no lookers and shit is up there with some of the best for sure in the game. And we already know the jumper and the cold killer mentality he got. So I don't know, man. I got Mike as my number one, Kobe, and then I got Larry after that. I got Larry. Okay. I got Larry third, bro. Like,
I got Larry like 6. So yeah, bro, a lot of people just again, I was on Lamont channel, and everybody was dumping on Bird. I'm like, y'all out y'all damn mind to think a guy that tall, that smart, that skilled wouldn't do the same thing here, if not better. Like y'all, like y'all are tripping. Y'all tripping. Kevin Love survives and I'm not even trying to dump on Kevin Love, but Kevin Love thrived in this era. Like, so you think Bird? You think Bird wouldn't thrive in this era? Like, what?
Where you can shoot threes all day, where that's the game. He shoot three. Man, come on. If it wasn't for Steph Curry, Bird is the nastiest shooter in NBA history.
Absolutely.
Steph Curry is the only one who's above him.
Or Reggie Miller, Steph Curry, Ray Allen. Like, that's like the little pantheon of three-point shooters. And Bird, and the cold piece of game is Bird, percentage-wise, he don't even belong in the discussion. But when you know context, he didn't grow up shooting three-pointers because the three-point line went around. But when he got, adjusted to it, it was money time. So, Bird was that cold, man. So when people say that stuff, I'm like, man, y'all biased. Either you don't like white hoopers or you just being biased because you like athleticism. Your boy Hoop Jargon, man, I judge you off the merit of what you are.
Yeah.
Straight up. I don't care what that. I think so. I think so.
For sure.
I think
he was black.
Yeah.
He was cold.
Because people like athleticism, bro. Ultimately, well, I've come to see. That's why people like Russell Westbrook so much. Because he the way he torques his body, and it looks aesthetically pleasing. Like, oh shit, he dunked on that motherfucker. But what are you actually doing in a basketball game? And people just overlook that because I call these box score experts. They go look at the box score and determine if he had a good game or not. Like, no. Are you watching the game? Are you watching Draymond Green literally step back 10 feet from this dude and let him just shoot? Like, for real? That's crazy. That's crazy. A walk-on from the street, you generally give respect. Like, I'm going to guard you, see what you got. It's a former MVP, and that's how you guard him. That's very much an indictment. But I want to switch gears since we talking about passing. So we're gonna talk about LaMelo Ball, man, with his injury, man. So thoughts, opinions. What's going on with our guy LaMelo, man? This is his third ankle injury, seemingly so. What's up,
man? Say it ain't so, man. But it's looking like, because at first, you could be skeptical and all of that when you say that the way that LeVar trained him maybe has a big part to play in this situation. And I'm like, at first, I'm like, nah, not really. But I mean, yeah, you can't be running on concrete. We know this. You can't run on concrete every day. If you play on it sometimes here and there, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, the way they was doing it, you do got to start taking, because it's all three of them. It's not like it's just one son, but the other two is smooth. All three of them having these ankles and knee issues. Severe shit too. Like Jello was out for 2-3 years, not doing no hoop when he was getting that ankle situation. His shit was bad. And yeah, man, I think it might have a lot to do with how much the training they went through on that concrete and all of that, man. That shit ain't good for the knees and ankles. I knew that as a teenager myself. And our coaches, they always tell us, stay off them black tops. Don't do too much on them black tops. Yada yada. And I remember even when I was in the penitentiary, that was really my first time hooping every day on a black top for 2 years. When I got out that joint, for sure, little knee situation, little lower back start to, so yeah, man. I hope this ain't an ongoing thing with Melo, because he really got a future at being a generational talent. But it's looking like shit. I don't know. That's scary, bro. I'm a little fucked up with that one.
Yeah, well, I'll say this, man. What you're saying is not incorrect as far as they tell you to stay off the blacktop. and I know me and you gonna switch, go different directions on lanes with this one, but you know I'm gonna say my opinion at all times. It's I'm not gonna put it on LeVar because he made at the end of the day 3 NBA boards. You can say Jello, fringe NBA, whatever. So it worked to get them where they at. Now it's debatable after the fact. Was that work to get them there the right way as far as longevity and what have you? Because what you're saying is not incorrect. There's been injuries with all 3 boys. That's just fact. So I'm not gonna be on here lying on no stream. That's just fact. But I'm
not blaming him.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, my bad. I'm not blaming LeVar because I'm pretty sure it's probably sinking into him too, even if he don't want to tell the truth. Like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have had these niggas on the blacktop like that.
Like, I don't think so though. I don't think I don't think LeVar to me does not have regrets. LeVar just does what he sees fit and he moves forward. Now, can we parse out some of the things that, you could improve that? I think ultimately you can do it with any man. Any decision you make, you could be like, all right, you should have probably did that. You should have did that. What they call it, Monday morning quarterbacking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody perfected that shit, right? So at the end of the day, I guess from a net positive standpoint, I'm not on that. I just can't be on that camp that ultimately was a bad thing because you got all 3 of your boys paid, you got all 3 of your boys notoriety. But to your point, it's not off the docket to kind of see that if maybe the intense training would have done it. But I'll say this too: when Zoe was going through them shits and his shoes came up on the docket, even Alan Foster said this. And Alan Foster, you know, he is a straight up bozo to me. Alan Foster was saying, like, that's crazy how they ain't saying nothing about Puma. And when Alan Foster say that's like, yo, like, that's great. That's an ops on your side. You feel me?
Right.
So with that being said, it's just funny how, like, nobody's, lambasting Puma about LaMelo's situation. When it was Zoe, it was automatically off rip. Oh, the shoes. It's the shoes. It's the shoes. When the shoes he used, he said were blowing up, he didn't use those in the season. Those were the prototypes. So I found it funny a little bit how the game switch up a little bit. But go ahead.
I mean, the thing is with the shoes, with Lonzo shoes, and people say it's the shoes, is because it wasn't done right. You know what I mean? It was pushed out fast. You know what I mean? So they did actually have him wearing prototypes and shit like that. So that's just that's fact. Like, you had him out there in some bozos, and so you don't really blame Puma because they took the time to make the shoe right, and a lot of people then played in the mellow balls and they don't have ankle injuries. You know what I'm saying? They're not blowing out the shoe. So for them, they're not gonna say, "Oh, Puma, wooty wah woo." Now it's gonna more look like, okay, that's your third son who's had feet problem, ankle injuries, knee issues. They all 3 of them. Even Melo at the Elleroi Hawks, when he couldn't finish the whole season because his foot was fucked up. So yeah, it might be genes, it might be, it could be a lot of different things. Definitely, because they all 3 breaking up, bro. Like, as far as when it comes to injuries, and that's early. Jello, his ankle was fucked up early. Like, by the time he got to high school.
Yep.
And he was just playing on it. They learned to play through pain. Like, you see Melo come right back from that broken wrist. He played through pain. You see him come right back from them ankle injuries like it was nothing. So they accustomed to playing through pain, and that's what even scares, like, Lonzo. For Lonzo, is the fact that he didn't even go out in his last game. He played the whole game. He just couldn't come back. So he must have been in so much pain to where he couldn't even go no more. Like he like, all right, I can't even fake the funk, bro. Like it's a wrap. And to the point to where he's still not back. And them dudes is known from playing through pain. They've been doing it all their life. And so to me, it's like, okay, did LeVar go too far with the training? You can't never say nigga went too far when your sons made it. I agree with you with there. So we ain't, when your sons make it, nah, you don't predict that they're gonna have injury issues, and that'll shorten their careers. You don't look at it like that. You look at it like most of us would. Give them the proper training with the talent they have. Most likely they'll make it, and they did. But yeah, he should have thought about, since he do talk a lot. So this is the other twist, and he talk like he the smartest nigga in the room all the time. If you the smartest nigga in the room, you should have thought about that shit because like I said, I knew not to train and do too much on the blacktop as a teenager. So him being a trainer in the neighborhood or whatever, in the community of Chino, you being a trainer, you should have known not to have all them boys. It wasn't just his boys. It's a bunch of boys running up them hills every day and playing as hard as they was playing in the backyard on that blacktop. That backyard should have been for free throw shooting, little jump shooting here and there. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then when it's time to go hoop, we going to the gym. But so I'm gonna say, bro, like you couldn't say that at first, but now when it happened to all three of them, it's like, all right, nigga, you might have did some, you might have shortened it up. And look, God don't like ugly. LeVar fraud, you already know, he did a lot of fraudulent shit. I done found out through these years, especially even with the JBA, how he messed a whole lot of kids' careers up, bro. He messed a whole lot up. Huh?
Like in what capacity?
Because when you know that they signing away their rights to ever be able to play for college, because they going professional, as you call in this league, and then you taking cats, putting them on the roster, then you cutting them short, and because of this, that, and the other, like it was just a lot of shit. I had watched something on it. They broke it down in more detail than I could do right now, but it was a sad sight to see. To like, damn, that's how he was really getting down. Really, it was all about his boys, of course, but you can't do that when you're dealing with other young men's lives and careers. You can't just make it just about your two boys. And that's what he really did. It was really all about getting them to do whatever they had to do. And so to me, it was janky. A lot of people didn't get paid. A lot of bullshit happened in that. And of course, rightfully so, it came about so fast, just like the Lonzo shoe. The signature, it came about so fast, you weren't ready for it. And so when you're not ready for it, you need to make sure that all your ducks is in a row before you try to do some things that could jeopardize other young men's futures and shit of being able to go play college or do anything like that. You promise them this, that, and the other and don't deliver. I'm big on that.
Well, I'm going to say this. To me, what you just described is nothing different than what the NCAA does. The NCAA promises hard. You got a one-to-one renewable scholarship. They mess up lives all the time. And I say this anecdotally. Watching a lot of boys who came in with high expectation, and for whatever reason, small reason, their life is to sugar honey iced tea. Y'all read
that don't make it better, though.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, that's kind of the standard all the way around. So it's like basically meaning you're not guaranteed to succeed. The opportunity's there. You sign up when NCAA, you sign a national letter of intent. And after that, your life is in the hands of your coach in the program.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. Because I've seen guys, myself included, when I played JUCO ball, I wanted to leave. I wanted to go to another school, and my coach is like, I ain't letting you go. You too good. He's like, good luck getting a release. So embedded in the system, it's already that kind of not guaranteed of success. So I like how you put that. Yeah, I more or less put that into, like, it's baked into the cake of any situation. there's no guarantee of success. It's like,
True
yo,
enough.
you sign up for it, and the chips fall where they may.
I'm with you.
And that's just what it is. Because I've seen it, bro. I lived it. So that's how I respond to that. It's
Okay,
always
now,
gonna be somebody. Yeah, just like I'll put it this way to listen to audience. Think of every girl you ever talked to or messed with in your life. You ain't gonna get the same reviews from all of them, my guy. Somebody gonna say, "Oh yeah, he was cool. Oh, he's a dog. Oh, he was whatever." You know what I'm saying? It's baked into the cake. So it's just like, bro, you be righteous. You do what you thought was fit, and you move on. That's it. Go ahead, Paul.
No, you're right about that. You're right about that. No doubt.
Bro,
But
I'm saying this real quick. I've seen so many dudes messed over, bro, in the NCAA program, bro, from coaching to players to admin. I've seen a lot of people messed over in that, dog. Messed over bad,
for sure.
bro. Like a minor injury, dog, and they take your scholarship, or I don't like this kid. Your scholarship gone, bro. It's
I agree with you on that.
I love it, but I hate it, bro. Just if I'm keeping it real, go ahead.
Chips is on. You know, like you say, no guarantees and nothing. So yeah, no, I can dig that, but it's still a whole lot of other stuff that he just stuck his mouth in. I mean, he on some. To me, just even with the whole how he treated Melo, how he treated Lonzo when they was about to go other ways besides the BBB, the way he still even talked today about Puma, about the Hornets, like he do too much. He not a humble guy. You do too much.
Coach Prime not either though. I mean, it's some guys just like that.
No, it's different. When I'm talking about like when I'm saying humble, because I'm humbled in a certain sense and I'm not, right? Certain fashion of it. It's like, okay, you gotta know, you dealing on your kids is on a professional level. With you talking, you're not doing nothing but hurting them. You're not. It's unnecessary all the shit he be saying. From like these not kids no more. They own professional multi-billion-dollar franchises. Okay, you don't got you throwing your 2 cents in. Puma ain't doing this. Puma yada yada yada. Bro, don't nobody need you to talk. Like, oh, the Hornets, they ain't doing this. Like, nobody's going to want to fuck with you just because you talk too much. Nobody want to fuck with your kids. And that to me, it's like, you ain't learned that yet, that you making it harder on them than easier. Like, just shut the fuck up and let them do their thing. You can talk with them behind closed doors and say what you got to say, but you publicly keep doing this and that and the other. And then to act like you got all this shit going on, like, nigga, knock it off. You need to focus on your wife and enjoy your kids doing what they doing. All this, I got my brand. Your brand ain't doing shit. What's your brand doing? Nothing. Hot sauce, nothing. Ain't nothing doing nothing. Only one who doing something is Lonzo, Melo. And now Lonzo no longer. Melo gonna come back from this. I'm just hoping strong and straight.
So here's how I like this. This is why I like reasonable debate. I love this because I disagree with you totally. And the reason why I disagree is because having a chance to be intimately involved for a day and a half of seeing how their process works and seeing the handlers and seeing the people associated with the family. He, in my opinion, just in my real deduction, because Big Ball Brand doesn't pay me anything. His vision elevated that family. It's not even close. When LeVar Ball walks in a room, we walked in like 5 or 6 different rooms. Everybody, LeVar, his parents, Tina's parents. Every room we walked in, LeVar has been like the progenitor of lifting that family up. So I can understand the critiques if you don't know the idiosyncrasies. I get that. But having seen it up close and personal, and then knowing that, they got the racing information. I'm sorry, information. The racing thing. They got the boxing thing. They got the rims. LeVar's gonna get into rims and shit. I don't know if Ballfax dropped that, but it's out now. He has his hands in a lot of baskets. He really does. And so one thing I know for a fact, and you from Cali too, bro. Real estate out here is expensive as shit. And what I do know is that man got real estate and that man got products that they sell. And I do know that they do sell it. Now, you may not see it anecdotally, meaning in your real live life, you may not see it. But people do buy that stuff. And people buy him on Cameo, and things of that nature. So I've seen it. I'm just saying what I've seen. So with all that being said, I think from a net positive, now, has he had some missteps? Absolutely. Saying, Zoe's better than Steph Curry off rip, that's clown shit. Right. But overall, that man did right by his boys, bro. And I'm not to be talked off that ledge, because watching how the average male or man raises their kids, bro, he did right by them boys, man. They millionaires who never got to think about struggle the rest of their days.
No shit. I done seen millionaires go broke a lot of times, man. That ain't it. You strike $1 million, but what I'm saying like this: when you was around them, things wasn't like it was at this time. Things was a little different. He was still popular. He wasn't talking all that the bullshit he was talking, especially on LaMelo. Like, the shit he says is just ridiculous.
What he say in specific? So I can
just the way he talked, the way he big up Lonzo and Jello and try to downplay LaMelo is ridiculous to me. The way if you ain't heard him, I'm sure you have, and I don't know how you ain't noticed, but when he say Jello makes all of them better, he's the best one now, and all of this other shit. Lonzo makes everybody better. He makes Leaf. Who is this and who is that? He talks shit about all these other players, right? Don't like nobody talk shit about his boys, but he talks shit about everybody else, right? Everybody else, son, from Bronny to whoever. He don't give a fuck, right? But when he come to Melo, he tell you like Melo's just a showstopper. Man, if you don't see the underlying bullshit.
Well, I'm gonna say this, folks. I'm gonna say this real quick. So here's where I'm gonna veer off from your assessment, because having hung with LeVar and just seeing how he talked. I mean, this was 2021. He had the most to say about LaMelo, and he was showing me and Ballfax text for him and LaMelo. He speaks very highly of LaMelo, like from an intimate. Well, fair enough. I'm just telling you what I know. He speaks very highly of LaMelo. He's very, very proud of his kid. He hated James Borrego, right? So So in my opinion, what LeVar does, he postures because he's used to throwing his weight around a room. So I can understand how you can deduce, like, all right, you ain't doing this, you ain't saying this about the kid, because he's probably trying to have a goal. But what I can say of just, again, mano y mano, listen to him talk. Just with no interjection on my part. Just listen to him and deducing what he's about. He has very high love and expectation for LaMelo. So I didn't see it personally.
Of course he does. The thing is, what's clouding and what's where he go wrong and bad at with me is the fact that he trying to big up his other sons and he belittles LaMelo's. That's crazy to me. That's period. He can do what he say behind closed doors, because he was saying that at first. He was saying publicly LaMelo was the best. Period. He's different than that.
He did say that.
He was saying it every show he went on.
He's
My
the best because
youngest
he's a
is the
baby.
best.
He's a baby. Yeah, that's what he said.
Right, and that comes to be true. And now that whole tune is switched all the way around. Now he not even the second best. He the third best, and he don't even say it.
See, now I never heard that. He said that.
Bro, he's saying Jello is the best of the best of now. Now that he's saying Jello, what he's been saying lately, since Jello been trying to make the league, is Jello is better than the other two. He's the main scorer, right? He can average 30. He can lead the league in scoring. He made the other two better, right? He made the game easier for Lonzo and LaMelo. He said Lonzo only averaged triple doubles because of Jello, right? He just said this. Then he goes to Lonzo and tell you how Lonzo just makes everybody better on the team. He's a winner. He gets this guy involved, that guy. Who is these guys now? Who is Brandon? Nigga had nerve and go with Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram made the All-Star when Lonzo was there. What is Brandon Ingram now? He'll never be All-Star. Niggas, you stupid. Brandon Ingram's a player. You understand? Injuries may have prevented him from being a multiple time All-Star at this point, but he gonna make another All-Star a couple more times. He's still young, right? So it's like, dude, you sound dumb talking about Brandon Ingram with like all the players, Zion Williams, this, that, and other. But when it comes to Melo, he just, Melo, he's just a showstopper. That's all he say about Melo. It ain't. He make everybody better too. He this, that, and the other. Melo really this. I'm like, bro, Melo been making everybody on the Hornets better since he been there.
I agree with that.
You like who was Miles Bridges before he got there? What was Terry Rozier doing before he got there? So on and so forth. List goes on.
Terry Rozier was a fixture with Boston with a quote unquote championship level team, but no, what you're saying is not wrong. Let me say this. What I've learned is that LeVar Ball deals with hyperbole. That's his thing. He's an overstater, and he is a self-believer to the highest order. So to your point, does he kind of like start to say things that may...
It's not true.
Yeah, because again, he's being hyperbolic. So what you're saying is not true. It's not false, rather. However, I know his end game. His end game is to promote his boys in whatever fashion he sees fit. That's what he does. Because, man, I'll be honest, man. I remember being at Big Bobby and Nooney's house. I remember not giving Jello enough credit. And I remember Tina checking me. And LeVar, like, they roll, bro, all three brothers. And Tina was saying Melo, Jello, Lonzo. Like, all three, or it's nothing with them. That's how they roll. It's all three or it's nothing. I'm going to let you rest on that fact. Because I was more or less, because at the time, we're talking 2 years ago. So Jello was kind of still trying to find his way. And I was just, LaMelo was on the way up. Zoe was doing his thing. And Tina said Melo, Jello, Lonzo. Nothing else. All three are nothing. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. I know that's how the sentiment of that is. So I have issuance a little bit about you saying that he trying to ice out LaMelo, because ultimately I know how that family's cooked. It's all three or nothing.
Well, that ain't what's going on. And Tina,
just saying, bro. I see.
That ain't what's going on. Tina is sitting there. She can't really say too much. She definitely all three. That LeVar is a whole different person. It's from Tina. Fuck all of that. The nigga keeps saying too much. It's out there. I'm not making this shit up. Every time he talk, he got shit to talk about. Puma, that's a disrespect in its own right. Puma made your son a $100 million man. You understand what I'm saying? Before he stepped foot on the NBA court. They gave him a dummy deal, which is beautiful. You want to talk shit about it because he not with BBB, bro? Like, you don't know how to just have what do you say? If you just nigga being proud of your son, you're proud of, you did that. You felt like a man. That's the right decision for you. I'm gonna respect that and roll with that. Like I'm gonna support that. He don't support none of that. He talks shit about it like as if it's small. Like nigga, that ain't small. They looked out for that. They looked out with that contract he signed with them. That was beautiful. He talks shit still to this day. Everything LaMelo doing, it's like, oh, it ain't no big ups. It ain't no big ups from him. And if y'all, I ain't gonna see how y'all don't see. I hear nothing but praises when it comes to Lonzo and Jello out his mouth. Praises about their game, this, that, and other. I hear very little when it comes to LaMelo.
Well, again, ultimately, what I'm saying is, from my deduction.
Man, you talking about 2 years ago too. A lot.
Fair enough, but he don't love them boys no less, bro. He love all them boys equally. He love all them boys equally.
He got a hidden agenda, man, and his hidden
agenda. Of course.
Yeah, he got a hidden agenda with his boys. Yeah, he loves them all the same.
It's called being Machiavellian, bro. It's called being Machiavellian. You gotta stay. Go ahead.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I just feel like he it's different because there's businesses involved. And to me, I can tell a nigga switch up. When you see a nigga switch up, bro, because money is involved on how he talk about you or how whatever the case may be. I'm one of these people who know me forever. They tell you I never switched up, bro. I'm the same nigga. I just enhanced my shit. You know what you gonna get with me. Period. I don't switch up on nobody, bro. I am who I am. And so money involved, business, and whatever it is, it don't matter. You know what you're going to give. You know I ain't going to shake you. You know I ain't going to snake you. None of that type of shit. People who have known me 20 plus, I got a lot of them type of homies. So it's like, nah, nigga, you switched up. Nigga, you's a buster for that. Just because he didn't fuck with your BBB, you supposed to respect the fact, okay, he went and did his own thing, but he was smart enough to get a deal that's crazy. And just like he say that, oh, what is Puma? Who is Puma? No, nobody. They still at the end of the day it's Puma. Nigga, what was Nike before Mike made it Nike, nigga? What was certain shit before, Melo could be the nigga who make Puma what it is. And now look what Mike got with Nike. He got his whole own shit with Nike. So don't act, he tried to give what is Kyrie? Look what they did to Kyrie or some bullshit like that, like Nike did to somebody or Charles Barkley. No, you said somebody got to be better than Michael Jordan. Why not one of your boys? Well, if your boy Melo, who looked like he on the verge more so than the others, why he can't turn Puma into what Nike is?
Well, because I'll tell you why. He is hook, line, and sinker that the Big Baller brand is for the boys. Like each B represents a different boy. So he's never gonna look at an outside entity making what his kids are. So and inversely, you say him switching it up. Here's how I interpret it. He's just a shrewd negotiator, bro. And if we're being real, all these, they call them small hats, J-boys, as they are, all of them are shrewd. Because when you go against the faction, Kyrie Irving get hemmed up. Nick Cannon get hemmed up, right? They move swift and they move in one accord. So they're being shrewd. It's called Machiavellianism. So I'm not against no black man using those similar tactics to get out what you want to have done. That's where I'm at on that. So, and I understand, and listen, man, Pope, and again, I like the fact that we don't agree on everything, but we talk stuff through, right?
No doubt.
Yeah, because that's ultimately how you get shit done. That's how you get to a consensus by different opinions, and you share information, and you get to a finish line instead of, you know how I go on YouTube. I ain't about to go through that shit. You know.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, because you're right. I mean, you got your opinion. That's your opinion. Like I see. To me, the fuckery in the shit, and I don't like it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. That's your opinion.
You know what I mean? Because to me, he should be bigging up Melo so crazy. Like, I mean, talking about so crazy, more so than even the other two. because he doing amazing shit, bro. He the one. You know how hard it is for a YouTube sensation as a teenager, a reality show star, all of this. He been talked about since 14 years old, and for them to actually make it and be dominant, that's tough. We done seen a lot of cats not make it.
Oh
Like
yeah.
be crazy nice, and you seen them be stupid nice at 13, 14, and then they got up there. Like even LeBron didn't become a household name until about 17, 16,
Yeah.
16, 17, when he
That's facts.
games, you know what I mean, was playing on ESPN. Nah, this little dude that had the cameras in his face at 13, 14 years old, nonstop. And people looking for him to fall in his face, people looking for him to be what they expect him to be, one of the best ever. And he living up to that. That's tough. Uh, and so to LeVar, even the deal that he got with Puma, it's not an ordinary deal. It's not a regular degular. They treated him like Nike treated LeBron coming out the gate. 100 million coming out the gate. And so, like, okay, if I know we have a brand as a family, but yet our brand is going through some things with law. We got lawsuits popping. We trying to figure shit out still and trying to smoothen shit out. They just offered you something that's crazy, that's not ordinary. Yeah, take that, man, because you take that, we can invest that even more so in the brand once that contract is up, and we can have our shit all the way tight. You understand me? So yeah, I'm gonna support what Puma did. I'm gonna get behind, and if they continue, we might be able to branch and so on and so forth. You know, we might be able to do a BBB combination with them one day, or whatever the case. But you already having just getting your foot in the door, and you getting handed 100 million plus a private Puma jet, bro. Let's rock with that for a minute. I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? I know keep saying brand.
I'm gonna say this, Pope. Puma benefited way more than LaMelo did out of the situation. And here's why I say this. By show of hands in the chat, name me the last 5 Puma feature athletes.
You don't have
I'll give you
to.
one. Vince Carter. DeAndre Ayton.
0.
Exactly.
Nipsey Hussle. Nigga, that's all I need to know. Y'all signed him?
Okay. So it's almost like something landed in your lap that normally you don't qualify for. It's like you go into the club and you get a bad beat that you don't qualify for.
Poop. You gotta understand. Poop, you gotta understand. They didn't know he was going. They didn't know that shoe was gonna do this. They didn't know.
But the profile, okay. Hold on, I'm gonna stop you there. Hold on. Stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. Hey, hold on. These dudes do metrics, right? His social media accounts was more than surefire NBA players.
Okay.
So they go off stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a shot in the dark, my guy.
Let me tell you. So as much as we fuck with Melo,
all right,
I didn't expect this nigga shoe to go that crazy.
I didn't either. I agree.
So they can't predict. They can say, yeah, it's gonna do good for sure. We're gonna make that 100 million back. We're gonna make that back over. No problem. For sure. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get the money back from and then some. But they can't say he gonna sell more than Jordan. Come on, he gonna sell more than everybody. That first shoe sold more than LeBron's shoe, Kyrie, Giannis, Jordan's. Like, nigga, what? They didn't know that. that was a shock to everybody. Really. It was like, damn, okay. And so now it goes on. Okay, they talking about LeVar said something as they got him working like crazy. No, he don't. He barely do any Puma advertisements like that. And they don't got him running all over doing Puma commercials and doing this, that, and the other for Puma. He rarely post shit with Puma. Like, he be in his LaFran shit. And on top of that, they gave him his own clothing line and outside of. Come on, bro. They really plugged him with a deal you couldn't refuse. And as a businessman, you gotta respect that. You can't. He didn't take no chump change and turn his back. He took something that was solid as a rock. Come on, private jet. First of all, like, you know how much it is to rent a private jet? To have it at your hand is like, that's crazy. And with the 100 million before he stepped foot on the court, so they already showing, just like Nike, like you said, how many signature Puma, how many people they got signature shoes. No, it ain't about that, because Nike didn't have nobody. They had the tennis nigga. What was my guy?
Agassi.
Oh, I love them. Agassi's was cold. Okay, never mind. That's off top. Nice to keep a bear than Agassi. I was really the only nigga rocking them too. Every time I rock, niggas be like, "What's those?" Nigga, yeah, you don't even trip. But Mike came and made that up. Now look what Nike is. That's why. So if I'm LeVar and Melo, I'm thinking, yeah, Puma right now is booming. This is a new day and age. And my mom, she always told me, nothing's new under the sun, son. Everything's just recycled back around. And it's like nowadays the swag and shit is more like the 80s, 90s. You know what I mean? When niggas were, it's kind of back in the days, right? Fat laces, all kinds of shit, But Puma has reemerged back on the scene. And Puma never really, they like the suede Pumas is always classic. Always. The nice suede Pumas with the fat laces, I don't know. I'm from a West Coast nigga. For me, them is always, get a smooth pair of Pumas. As far as sports, never have. But it's like, okay, LaMelo, if one person can change that, which he has, Puma's doing better than with LaMelo, they doing better than a lot of other shoe companies.
I'm gonna say this: Puma bet on black and they hit. That's just real talk. They went to Morongo Casino, put it all on black, baby.
Smart.
And they hit. And respect to them, because they saw an opportunity with a kid who obviously is the surefire Nike kid. You bring LaMelo in, he's a surefire Nike kid. Like, you bring him in, but he had a mentality, you can say via LeVar, of having my own, and him going with Puma, because again, DeAndre Ayton, show me again who has some Aytons on. Show me who got some Vince Carters on, right? So if we just playing to that,
show me who got Melos on.
A lot of motherfuckers.
That's all that matters. We gotta stick to.
Well, I'm saying they knew the talent and they bet on black, and black hit, right?
But not only that, you know how they got Melo? Let me tell you how they got Melo. Why Melo fucked with him? They fucked with Nipsey Hussle. They signed Nipsey Hussle before it. See, you say they bet on black. You goddamn right. They bet on the hood, my nigga. They plugged Nipsey so well. Nipsey had that jet.
That's
the same jet Melo. Nipsey had that jet. They plugged. I remember when he showed his shit when he flew out to Vegas. Nipsey Hussle, and he took grandma and everybody, and they went to Doolittle in the West Side Community Center. It's in the hood in Vegas, right? Vegas ain't all pretty lights, and they got hoods in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's, you probably know. But
I've been in Vegas many times, yes. Absolutely.
Right. You probably know Doolittle Community Center on the West Side. Nipsey went up there, gave all the kids. Puma basically blessed Nipsey with enough shoes to give all the kids Pumas up there, and all of that type of shit. So, and then they hit Nipsey with his own court, the basketball court, the community center out South Central, and got the blue top and all of that with Nipsey face on it. They was doing a lot for Nip, bro. And that even told me before Melo, I'm like, I'm fucking with Puma, because they seem to know what they doing in the direction they going in. They fucking with some real authentic people. And then when they did Melo, I'm like, oh, they know what they doing. Somebody that came in there and said, this is what we need to do. And this is how we're gonna get the community. This is how we're gonna start getting the athletes. We get Nipsey, hip hop athletes, basketball players, they go hand in hand. We get Nipsey rocking Puma gear and sweatsuits and all that. Niggas gonna start rocking Puma. And when we go to say, hey, sign with us, you athletes, we got some, oh yeah, we gonna fuck with Puma. So Melo end up going to Puma. Really, I'm just saying, bro, Puma is changing. Things change. Mike changed for Nike. Melo, I think he could do it for Puma.
All right, man, and I appreciate that, the way you wrap that up. I do. I challenge the fact that Puma ain't doing shit past LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is Puma. The kid is better than the entity, but the entity has the ability to pay. So, no, that's dope. I mean, because I remember watching that when Nip was alive. Because I wasn't a big Nipsey Hussle follower like that, but I knew who he was, right? So I was like, damn, a rapper with a shoe deal like that's crazy. That's dope. Like, so I slowly followed it. So what you saying, I know you a big Nip fan. Just me as a casual, I was like, okay, that's dope. That they having a rapper kind of like the S. Carter, with Reebok and shit like that, right?
Kanye with Adidas.
Kanye, absolutely, which Adidas allegedly are crawling back to Kanye, which they should, because I wouldn't touch no goddamn Adidas. There wasn't no pro models or the Kobe's, right? There was no. I'm not touching no Adidas. Not named Yeezys. I got 3 pair of Yeezys. In real life. So with all that being said, I'm not disagreeing with you. Puma had the vision. Puma understood that LaMelo, and I think that's why they stylized his brand as rare, because he is. LaMelo Ball is rare, bro. LaMelo Ball, again, a kid in high school who got more followers on Instagram, Twitter than bona fide NBA players, because he's special like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they bet on black after seeing Nipsey's initiative go well. And they hit like a motherfucker, right? So ultimately, I'm just saying that the talent overrides the entity. So I'm not gonna give Puma. I'm not gonna overpraise them for just being a good entity. They bet on the right kid, and it popped off. And kudos to them. But it's LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball would have driven anybody. Reebok. If you'd got British Knights, I don't know if BK still if they still in order. LaMelo would have done anything, because he set the standard going to the Illawarra Hawks, right? He had everybody buying them jerseys. Went to them bum ass Lithuania, where the team was, which I have a jersey of, which is funny. I'm saying that, but he basically sets the precedent everywhere he goes. Because he's just a new entity, because everybody watched, Ball in the Family, right? That was the new thing on Facebook. They got a few milli off a new entity of Facebook being a, content creation entity. So it was a perfect storm of all that, in my opinion. So that's kind of how I evaluate the whole thing in totality. So I'm not gonna give Puma too much credit, but I give them credit because they bet on black and black hit. So there's something to be said about that.
Not only did they bet on black, they went above and beyond on black. To me, they gave the kid when nobody else offering that type of deal. And I
don't know it to be so though.
Oh,
I don't know what Nike offer. You think Nike offers the number 3 pick in draft?
They not offering them that type of deal. They wasn't respecting the Ball family like that. They wasn't respecting the vision of LeVar and all of that. Nobody wasn't the Nikes. Hell no, they wasn't touching them. The NBA didn't like that shit. And Puma said, we don't give a fuck about none of that. We rock with you. See, Puma's smart, bro. That's what I'm saying. Even with the Nipsey Hussle, they seen who was the next. If Nip still was living, he'd probably been dropped 2 more, 3 more albums that been crazy, and you probably now would be a Nipsey fan. You probably understand it. Be like, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
His career got cut short as far as being a household mainstream rapper. That the what's that last album was really the first album that everybody really kind of received and took in. But he got plenty of them before that. So if Nip still was cracking, Nip only would have got bigger, Puma would have got bigger, so on and so forth. Cause he was rocking them jumpsuits that nigga had.
Yeah, he was on it. I agree.
But see, and I give credit to Puma because he didn't create that. Puma created that. They said, here, put on these. And they're like, wow, these is smoothies. Them motherfuckers is fly as a listen. They fly, bro. When he rocked that shit on that video, and with the Puma Jet, they had the Puma Jet so clean. So Puma has, I gotta give credit to Puma because they have they have done some very smart shit. Like, we got to get this nigga a jet. We got the blue Puma strip rolling down it. That jet look crazy. And it's like, they was about to do some big things. And when he passed, they said, okay, well, what's our next bounce back? And for him to get not just Melo, Mikey Williams, he's already signed to Puma. And I believe
that's a good move.
Good move, right?
That's a good move.
That's a good move. And I believe that they will continue. For them to get Nipsey first, and then that didn't pan out for him, and to pick it up to get Melo, and I really believe it was because they how true they was to Nipsey, how much they did for Nipsey. I think Melo took that highly in consideration. Like, and now y'all about to do this for me? Y'all gonna give me that jet? Y'all gonna give me $100 million? Y'all give me my whole. Come on, man. Let's go. I'm rocking with y'all. And so I think I got to give them all the credit for that because they set themselves up, in which that made Mikey Williams. Oh, y'all fuck with Melo? Y'all did Melo the jet? Y'all did Melo the clothesline? Y'all did. I'm over there immediately. And so now you got Melo, who has an AAU team. They rocking Puma everything. So now kids is gonna start to see these Puma uniforms and niggas laced up in Pumas, and things will change. Just rightfully so. You got the right guy to represent, and you're not giving him lousy shit to put out. You giving him nice fly shit. You let him have creative control. It's good business for them. So I gotta give them the credit.
Well, I'll say maybe. What you laid out is definitely again betting on black, best case scenario. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I am saying is going forward, maybe, because you don't know. Well, we don't know rather how people are gonna receive it because what you basically laced out is how Under Armour came on. They got Steph Curry and they got Cam Newton, and then they got Poppy, because we all know Under Armour shit is terrible looking. I mean,
right? That's a difference, though. That's a big difference. What you just said, Puma shit is not terrible looking. All Puma shit is fly. If Puma got a lot, I don't know if you've been on their website.
No.
Man, they got a lot of fly shit, bro. Like Puma.
Okay.
Puma's laced up, and so that's a big difference. They end with the new shit today. They end with fashion and the shoes and all of that. Like I said, them LaMelos. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you might have a pair, but the first one, one of the most comfortablest basketball shoes I've ever put on. No cap. That ain't just because it's Melos. Like, I ain't bought a pair of the second ones. These ones that just came out.
I'm about to say, because people are on their head about the second ones. I don't like these second ones. Yeah, man. People ain't rocking with the second ones.
They trash. They look ugly. In person, they look ugly. They look nice on Melo foot on the court, but in person, I looked at them. I'm like, oh, no, these ain't it. I ain't copped a pair, right? So I'm not but I see, like, it was some Jordans that used to come out back in the days. You used to have to grow and, like, not the retros that we all know.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, when they first came, and niggas only be like, they only hard because they Jordans. You remember that? You know what I'm saying?
It's like past 14. The joy
Right.
after 14, them shits was hit or miss.
Hit or miss, right? But they still sold. These ones they still selling, right? Even though I'm like certain niggas, we not gonna wear certain shit. But I'm saying that first one though, for sure, I'm not biased at all, bro. That the first Melos, they comfortable as hell on the court. They hug my foot, right? The back of my heel, all of that shit. It's like I'm like, okay, they Puma, they doing their stuff.
But I'm gonna keep it G with you though. What I got on my feet right now, these right here, these are the most comfortable.
Nigga, if you don't
No,
don't you ever show them how hell
no, I'm not letting you do that. Nope. Bro.
Oh, hell to the dog.
Listen, I'm not matching. I got a red hat on, a Lakers shirt on, and with some blue slippers. I'm telling you, these are the most comfortable slippers. I got some Gucci slippers. I got some Polo slippers. I got some Nike slippers. It ain't even close.
Okay, but why the thread
out all the time? Go ahead.
Why the thread count? Why the thread count is fucked up though? Why the threads is coming out like that?
You're right. The threads out of there.
Come on.
But what I do know is my feet. Hold on. My feet inside of here is like a tennis shoe.
That's
straight
smooth.
Up. Straight up.
That's not listen. Why is the threads coming off for this?
I wear these. Fair enough. You can critique reality. But what I do know is I wear these everywhere because they feel so good.
Them cost too much.
That's just real talk.
To be coming off like that.
All right, but we talking about comfort. We just talking about comfort.
No, we talking about all of it. Comfort.
So the fact, like New Balance, is one that I used to work in Foot Locker, bro. In New Balance, we had a sturdy clientele coming in buying them ugly ass shoes. It because they felt so good. So I'm gonna give LeVar that same clemency. Them hoes ugly as shit.
New Balance not ugly.
New Balance is ugly, bro.
Them shit, it's definitely a lot of New Balance that be looking fly. You tripping.
But all I'm saying is, I'm a former hooper. Slippers is what I'm used to wearing. So you know what I'm saying? When I put them goddamn these on right here, I'm like, holy shit.
Well, we need to get
it feels like a tennis shoe, bro.
We need to get them threads coming off.
I ain't tripping. I care about how it feels. I'm 39 years old, bro. I ain't tripping. For sure, but my feet feel lovely in these, and that's just real talk. Like I'm wearing my guy Fahara hat.
I'm sure your feet feel lovely in the Gucci slides, in the Nike slides.
Not like these.
I got Nike slides on right now. My feet are comfy, and no threads is coming off these joints.
Fair enough. I'm just telling you what the feel level is. I wear these all the time, bro.
Now that's
all the time.
That's smooth though, Hoop.
Real shit.
Still, Puma is on the uprise, and Melo can be the cause of it, the catalyst of it. Like I said, we was talking earlier. LeVar, he should have been respected it, and the nigga need to know, like, you know, like I said, it to me is just funky how he's changed up on Melo, and I know that gotta be somewhat hard to hear. Yeah, you the best. You're gonna be the best. And now he got a different tune. He's speaking. And I know I'm pretty sure he's told Melo, I'm trying to get your brothers elevated, I guess, up to your status, I guess. Cause it's like he don't understand. All you doing is making your boys look bad. Like with all this talking. Jello, when you say shit like put him with his brothers, bro, nigga, that's not a player. He's not a player then. You basically saying he need his brothers to be successful, and that's you putting that on his back. You putting that jacket. He need his brothers to be successful, and that's just dumb. So nobody going like, yeah, okay, that's not happening. And then with Lonzo. All this, you know, the trainers don't know what they doing over in Chicago. They got them balancing on the ball. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, the trainers probably thinking, nigga, we got him. You had him running heels all his life. Concrete heels. Stupid. Like, That's the trade party thing. While you talking this, that, and the other, give him to you. He just do too much talk. He makes the franchises. He makes the people who his sons got to actually deal with and play for. He makes it uncomfortable and even play with. All the people he names, all the guys. Oh, Brad, like, dude, your daddy be talking a lot of shit. And not only about the franchise, the organization, but the players that you playing with. Look at DeMar DeRozan. He only time he been MVP candidate, like Zach LaVine, this, that, and the other. Like, nigga, shut up. Them his partners. Like, what is you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you trying to talk him up, but you talking his partners down. So you making them.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Do you feel what I'm saying though? Like,
well, that's kind of the boss brand though. He that's his style of talking shit. So,
but now he can't back it up. Who? If you're gonna talk shit, you got to be the nigga on the court to say, okay, I said that. What's up?
I'm saying that the Bulls look worse without Lonzo Ball. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, we can agree to that. No doubt. But
just saying, they look really damn good with Lonzo Ball.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No timeout, because he only played what? How many games did he play? I'm gonna give you some real shit, man. That's what people don't know how to put things in the proper perspective. How many games did he play? 30 games, 23 games, something like that. 23, 30, 20-something to 30 games. They had the easiest schedule from that point until he went hurt. The schedule got rough when he went out. And go look at it. If you really want to go dissect it, they play all the worst teams when he was healthy, when he played. That's why they was winning. They started playing all of the playoff teams, the Milwaukee Bucks, and all of them later. Like, he was playing the Toronto Raptors twice, back-to-back. He played the Pelicans. He played all the boo-boo teams, my nigga. Real talk. He wasn't playing no playoff teams. All the playoff teams that they did play against when he was healthy, they lost. Go check it out.
So, well, I'll say this. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, we got to put it in this right perspective. You playing against lower competition and y'all beating up on them, it's very early in the season. Could the team have sustained that type of winning once they schedule got more grueling? That's yet to be seen or said. Because he wasn't doing nothing special in them games that they was winning. He wasn't dropping no numbers and having them winning, so it wasn't even that.
I think so. I think Lonzo balanced that team out, and they still are struggling to find a point guard to balance that team out because they do have talent. They got DeMar DeRozan, they got Zach LaVine, and Vucevic, and so on and so forth. But in my opinion, Kobe White is not the answer. Alex Caruso is not the answer. And they brought in Pat Bev. He won't be the freaking answer. Zoe had that team balanced out. Now, to your point, they play a weaker schedule. Yes, absolutely. And I always say this, man, you can't control who you play. The roster is your roster. I mean, I'm sorry, your schedule is your schedule. What I do know is the Bulls, from a standpoint of just like fluidity and being organic, they were the best version we've seen in the last 2 years with Lonzo Ball at point guard, and that's just fact. Now, individually stat-wise, not so much. But
even
go ahead.
No, damn, I hate to, because I just be wanting to throw quick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna enter here.
Yeah. Go ahead, finish your point.
So to me, is just an organic player. He's the opposite of what a Russell Westbrook is, because Russell Westbrook is a stat guy. But when you watch the game, it's just like you just feel dirty watching him play. Because he had 27 and 11, but it's just like, ugh, that was your point guard. Like, god damn, you saw everything 2 beats behind. You just so athletic that you imposed your will and you got 27 points, which is something to be respected on some level. I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect basketball and disrespect Russ, but as an actual point guard, there are a lot of intangibles that don't show up in I'll land the plane here. Tony Parker was your example of that. He never led the league in assists, but he was a guy that was a hockey assist guy. He put people in position, right, for the team to succeed. And I just think guys like that are the higher premium. And I think overall, that's what Lonzo Ball is. And shout out to Fahara, man. I got your hat on, bro. I'm representing you, dog. Appreciate you pulled up, but go ahead, Pope.
Well, okay, so don't ever disrespect Tony Parker like that ever in your life.
What I do?
Don't ever
Hold on.
disrespect. Don't
what
you
I
ever
do?
disrespect Tony Parker ever in your life and try to put him in the same sentence with no fucking Lonzo Ball. Okay?
No.
Listen, Tony Parker is a Finals MVP. Now let's move on. So that's huge, right? Okay, but Lonzo with the Bulls. When I say this, he didn't change no life. He didn't even play no point guard over there. He sat in the corner. He was corner store Zoe over there. He played defense like a mug. Loved the defense. But like I say, with that team, even you had the Milwaukee Bucks at that time. They was at the bottom of the East. Some teams take a little bit to get going, especially when it's new season. You got new pieces. So you can sneak up and creep up and beat certain teams because everybody not on their shit. And if you're a defensive team, you got Alex Caruso, you got DeMar DeRozan ain't a slouch on defense. You got Lonzo Ball, you got Asumo playing some good defense. You got the boy Green playing some good defense. You got good defensive players, and other teams is trying to figure each other out because they knew it's the beginning of the season. You can creep up and get more wins than you can come middle and end of season when cats know who we got. We done figured it out. Trades didn't happen. Yada, yada, yada. That's why I'm like, I don't put too much into it wasn't like they was just destroying teams in the beginning of the season with Lonzo, and he had that shit looking like this, that, and the other. They was playing bad basketball when he was on the team. It was a bunch of isolation. Zach LaVine turn, DeMar DeRozan's turn. Vucevic wasn't doing shit. He was in and out, here and there type of games. Lonzo was here and there, but it was their defense that was able to sustain them, continues to get win. And DeMar DeRozan going crazy, having an MVP type of year at that point. So it had more to do with that than Lonzo being, like I said, if Lonzo played for the most of the season, right, with the Bulls, and they held down the number one spot, and it was only, say, 20 games left, but he didn't play about 60 of them things. Then I can be like, all right, yeah, they was dope when they had him, and then he lost them. They went downhill. Nah, man, they still ended up going to the playoffs. You did lose a big defensive guy. But other than that, Lonzo was trash that year, bro. He was actually ass in that year. He wasn't.
I don't agree.
Good.
3-point shooting percentage, top of the league.
No.
Yes, he was.
You a hooper.
He shooting like 43% from three, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Okay. And how many threes was he taking? That's a big deal.
Doesn't matter. It's called efficiency.
No. That matters. That's a big no. If you're not shooting a lot of threes, 43% ain't shit. If you're only shooting 4 attempts a game, 43% is not good. If you shooting 10, if you shooting 10 threes a game and you shooting 40, nigga, that's shooting.
Don't agree.
But if you only shooting 4 to 3 attempts and you here and there, because he had so many games where he went 0 for 1 for 7, then he have a game where he goes 3 for 3. He have a game where he go 3 for 3. So it'll average out because he have a game where he go 3 for 3 or 2 for 2, and he have games where he go 1 for 7, 1 for 8.
He had high volume 3-point shooting games too, and because Zoe changed his form up. So I'm not gonna penalize
you a hooper. You should know better than that stat.
Well, no, I do because I shot in college. I shot 57% from three, and I ain't shoot a lot of threes. But when I shot them shits was efficient. So I'm not gonna go off volume if
you have to.
But it's not your game though. His game is not a volume 3-point shooter. Right?
That's the reason why Bird don't have a high percentage shooting three his career because he didn't take as many. it's a big
Right.
difference. That is.
So I'm not gonna penalize him for that, bro. I'm not gonna penalize Bird for not taking a lot of threes.
You got to put it in its proper perspective. Doesn't mean you a sharpshooter because you shot a high percentage. You are only a sharpshooter if you take so many and you shoot a high percentage. We have to get that right. You can't just take 2 or 3 attempts a game and you average 50%. Nigga, you only shooting 2 or 3 attempts.
Well, that means that this is not your main game. That means when it's time for you to shoot at an efficient level.
So you're not a sharpshooter then, because a sharpshooter, that's
okay.
His game.
If you want to parse words like that, cool. But I'm just saying that the way he shot threes was a vast change from what he came in, which was horrible. Lonzo Ball with that sidewinder shit.
It wasn't horrible. That shit was cash. No. Let me tell you something.
He wasn't hitting shots, bro.
He was shooting 42% at UCLA, and he took a lot of threes at UCLA. He took long distance threes. He took all kinds of threes. Pull up threes in your face. He was a shooter. See, that's the difference. When he got to the league, he let the people get in his head with that form won't work. Same thing like Tim Tebow. He can't be a quarterback in the league with that type of throwing. Nigga, if that's what got you there, continue with it. He wasn't confident in it no more. He tried to tweak it and change it, and it messed him up.
Tim Tebow sucked. Yeah, you gonna miss me on that one.
I'm not about to go there with you. You gonna stay on hoop. Okay?
That nigga sucked.
You gonna stay on hoop. I'm not gonna go there with you. I'm not going there with you.
All right, go ahead.
But Lonzo, he let that get in his head because you don't shoot 42% from 3, and even in high school, he was wet in high school too. He been wet all his life with that same shit. And once he got to the league, he allowed the noise, and I don't think he was confident in it no more. And once he missed it, because even if you go look at Summer League, he was knocking them shits down in Summer League. He was knocking threes down in Summer League. I was there front row center for that too. Every fucking game, he was knocking threes down. It's ESPN and everybody. Oh, that form is ugly. Won't work in the league. And then when he got to the Lakers, they tried to tweak it. He went along with it, and I think that fucked him all up. They tried to do that with LaMelo. Can we tweak this? And he told him no. I'm comfortable with my shot. That's what Lonzo should have did. So I think that's all that was. But once he got it going, he got it going. Was he a bad shooter? I don't think he never was a bad shooter. I think he was just in his head. And once he got out his head, he got out his head. Yeah, I think it was just all in his head. Bro, you don't go from being a sharp shooter like high school, college, and then get to the league and you can't shoot no more. That don't happen.
All right, I want you to address this. Mo said Zoe had 7.4 attempts from three-point line from the Bulls and over 42%. Pope is playing wrong. Check the stats. So I want you to address that.
Okay, so 7.4 attempts a game, right?
That's a lot.
7.4. It's not a lot.
That's a lot of threes. No, Pope.
It's not a lot. I'm not gonna let you do that. Let me finish. It's not a lot, but it's not low. It's he's not shooting 4. So I'm wrong. He wasn't shooting 4 attempts. 7.4 attempts. I'm gonna have to go check the stats on this for real, Mo. But even 7.4, like Melo taking 12 attempts a night right now this year. Curry, when he taking 12, 13. Clay, all the sharpshooters, they taking up to double digits in attempts. And they shooting at 38, 39%. That's a big difference from if they were shooting only 7 attempts a night. Their percentage would be way higher. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand, even 7.4. So how many I need to make a game?
That's a lot of threes, bro.
I need to make what? 2. How many? What's 40%? So I need to make three a game.
Yeah, roughly
2.5, 2.5, basically a game.
No, 3 point something.
No, 3 point nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like 2.8. It's close to 3.
No, 3. It's like about 3. It's about 3.
Okay, so we'd say he make 3 a game out of the 7. That's pretty good. That's okay. When you stand in the corner. Okay, hold on, because I'm not hating. I'm just being I'm being real factual about it.
Go ahead.
Basketball.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
Because I know this too. What's his threes? What's the difficulty of his threes? Is he shooting long rangers? No. Is he shooting pull up off the dribble? No. He's shooting the shortest three. Most of his threes are in the corner, which is the shortest three out of the whole 3-point line. This is all facts. And he's wide open 9 times out of 10 because it's getting kicked to him from DeRozan penetrating the defense or Zach LaVine, and they kick it out the zone wide open for the three. So so when you got to put it in its proper perspective. It's not no hating. You can't say the nigga's a good 3-point shooter when all he do is sit in the corner and shoot his threes. That's how he get his jumpers. It ain't like Melo and Steph and Dame Lillard who will come down, pull up from way out yonder, come like they got so many different ways of getting their threes off. Hit you off the crossover dribble pull up, come off the screen pull up, all kinds of different. So the difficulty of degree you have to take in consideration, not just the percentage of what someone is shooting.
So I'll say this. I vehemently disagree. And here's why. Basketball is organic. So there's people who are like Russell Westbrook, going back to, I'm not trying to pick on Russ, who you take advantage, well, you try to be the progenitor of the offense, meaning I'm going to force my will. But there's some people who are more efficient. And more efficient players tend to yield better results from a team dynamic. So I'm not going to penalize him for taking smarter shots. Ultimately, is what you deducing. I don't want necessarily guys who force shots because, I mean, listen, I love Dame. I coached against Dame Lillard when he played at not Wofford. He played at goddamn Weber State, right? We played out in this California tournament. We played UCLA first, and then we played Weber State. So I saw Dame Lillard when he was nobody, from a nobody kid from Oakland off the bench. So I love his story. But at the end of the day, his style ain't won shit. His style ain't won shit.
Nah, it ain't talking about winning. We talking about shooters.
I'm just saying that style of shooting threes ain't won shit. So I'm gonna put all things into I'm putting everything into the heap of 3-point shooting. Whether you are a shot generator, whether you are a catch and shoot guy, whatever. How do you shoot threes? That's how I evaluate it, straight up.
But are you putting Zoe as a sharp shooter in the league? Are you?
I'm saying his numbers say that.
Are you saying he's top 5, top 10 shooter in the league?
No,
like
no, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, by the numbers, that's what he is.
Don't give me. We just said we not numbers guys. You just.
But that's not his.
We don't numbers guys. We go by the eye test in the game. We just said this earlier. Now you can't give me by the numbers. We know by the game.
That's just not his game, though.
I'm talking about
he's not a 3-point shooter like that. But if we want to get to the brass tacks of the conversation, that dude is a marksman from 3-point land.
No, hell no. Not no marksman. If you see, that's
why
what
is
I mean.
he not?
See, that's what we disagree.
It's percentage.
Marksman, no.
Can
he knock down open threes? Come on, is he good
at
knocking down some open jumpers? Yes.
That's a marksman.
Okay.
That's a marksman, bro.
No, a marksman that can shoot you from anywhere. Long distance, he can shoot you. He can shoot you down from anywhere. It's never safe whenever he dribbles the ball up the court. That's a marksman. You need to go get up on him because he will shoot your lights out.
I understand what you're trying to do, and I don't fully disagree with you because there's some dudes just who got that juice off ball, and you better check up because I'm gonna put it in your mouth, right? Pause. Right. But there are also guys like Reggie Miller who coming off the screen, who coming off the motion, who's still a marksman. So it's like
Reggie, of course,
nigga had no handles. He had
Reggie
no handles.
He can hit you however though. He can shoot the ball however.
But he coming out screens though, Pope.
Right.
He ain't coming off no dribbles, bro.
That's one of the hardest. Listen, that's one of the hardest threes, Hoop, to come off the screen, and especially when you got cats you running, especially the way Reggie used to run to get open off them screens. He used to be back and forth on the court. He finally come off that screen. to be able to set yourself, and you know this hoop, to be able to pinpoint your foot, all that, and get off that, that's a difficult shot, hoop. That's not that's not a catch and shoot. That's not just a standing in the corner, you catch and you release. That's not that. When you coming off and running off that screen, you gotta turn your body and you move it. So you gotta, Reggie was a sharp shooter.
Listen, I'm gonna give you your props. Mo, he said you was wrong. That he said that I kind of agree with Pope. And my argument is this: I'm about proficiency. It doesn't matter ultimately how you get your money. Like I led in with before you got on the stream, all money ain't good money. If you do basketball the right way, that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters because that leads to winning a winning product. So yeah, it's to your point, Pope. Is there high difficulty threes? No, but it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You take what the defense give you, and that's proficiency. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, no, it ain't that it matters. It's like this. You can't get the title of a marksman or a sharpshooter because if you are that, right, just like I have no problems with the shots that Steph Curry takes, even the ones he misses. I don't give a fuck if he had a bad night, and a lot of them is bad shots. He'd be like, you don't teach no kids to shoot them type of shots, right? But you learn to trust. You feel me? But it's like this. What it does is it's going to open the defense up. It's going to make them respect something. Now they're going to have to come out more to you because even they don't know if you're going to miss or not. So if you're a sharpshooter, they're going to respect it regardless of what. And they're going to have to play you and game plan for you a different way, which will open up the floor for others. So Lonzo is not that guy.
It's called being a scoring threat. I understand what you're saying.
Right. It's like we can leave him in the corner. Teams go, this is how they scout him. We can leave Lonzo in the corner. He only going to shoot about 7 of those, and he only going to make about maybe 3 of them. We can live with that. That's not going to kill us. Him making 3 3-pointers, that's not going to kill us. If he made 7 of them, and he was shooting 14, 15 threes, and he made 7, that's a lot. That's 21 goddamn points. We can't allow that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
My
whole thing is this, Pope. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm finished. My phone, my iPad about to die too.
Oh shit. So. Okay, yeah, we can wrap. We're going about 2 hours. I appreciate you give me your free time on Saturday, my boy. Come on
no
here
doubt,
and talk some shop. Because again, man, in my opinion, basketball talk ain't about agreeing on everything. Just get to the nuance. Get to about okay, I view it this way. I view it that way. Let's start comparing the minutia and let's get to what we get. That's how you get to like real, consensus of of opinion and what have you. So I think what we just determined is he a 3-point threat? No. But can he shoot at a high clip? Yes. And you're right. So some people can shoot it when you force the impact, when you take somebody off the dribble, step back in your mouth, right? Some people more of a corner 3-point specialist, like Bruce Bowens and what have you. All I'm saying is, ultimately speaking, from team dynamic, what do you shoot in your percentage? And I'm gonna drop this little gem right here. This is for my guy Dane Irvin, who's a scout for the Phoenix Suns. Let me drop this right here.
And in this corner, and when Devin or Chris throws you this ball, can you make 6 out of 10 shots? I don't care if your mother nor daddy was there. It does not matter. That's not an extra bonus. You're not getting graded on a curve. No one cares.
So can you hit that shot when it's open? That's the brass tacks of it.
For sure.
So that's from an NBA official scout. Y'all look him up. Dane Irvin.
You just wrapped that up good. So is Bruce Bowen from the 3.
Fair enough. And I'm with that. So shout out to the Pope. I think his iPad just died. But that's just I'm glad Pope came up because one thing I don't want my channel to be is an echo chamber. We agree. I want my channel to be, okay, this is what basketball is from my point of view. This is, from my point of view. And we bring it all together. And so we get to a standpoint where we have a consensus about, okay, overall, from all the data gathered, this is what it is. And so I think these conversations are fruitful. So I hope y'all hit that like button. And I'm gonna make it my damnness to start to do these more frequently. Because I mean, you know, life happens and I can't do shows like I want to. But I want y'all to still be, you know, ingratiated to what I do over here. So and thank y'all so much for being a part of this. And thank y'all so much for being a part of the experience that is Hoop Jargon. And y'all enjoy y'all Saturday, and I'm out. Peace.